setting off to make some cookies for an event. We're going to make these 2 because I hate just to make one kind. It's so boring. So we got double chocolate chunk and rainbow chocolate candy. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, and I have my butter and eggs, some bowls out here. Now, first thing you probably want to do is get your oven turned on. So, make sure there's nothing in it. Stuff in it. We do store pots and pans in the oven. So, take them out. Okay, make sure the oven is empty. Then consult backs of the cookie containers. See how much it wants to cook, how high the temperature should be. Now, mixes, as you know, are pretty simple. All you do is add, like oil, water, eggs, or something. So, one recipe calls for vegetable oil, and one calls for a stick of butter. So, since I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money on butter, I decided to go for the Blue Bonnet margarine, because it says or margarine on the butter. So, that's a substitute. I'm going to use the Blue Bonnet for both, substitute butter and substitute oil. And then, of course, you can always, old Crisco is also another substitute. You could probably interchange them and use whichever one you'd like. Taste might be a little different. But frankly, I've found that cookies made with Crisco I'd like better. Ones made with butter taste a little odd, but we'll see. Time to fill these bowls. Okay, each one requires 1 egg. So I'll beat the first egg in here, dump it in there, then beat the second egg in here and dump it in there. Egg 1. Can't beat them. Can never crack an egg on a plastic surface. Okay, I'm going to get that one and put it in there. Next will be time to measure up my butter. Okay, it's going to be half a cup in each. 1/2 cup equals 1 stick of butter. I'm getting butter on. I'm getting butter on my camera. Mixing time. Probably take a little while, so I'll just turn off the camera when it's all done. Then you can see the finished mix. Problem, it's going to be too dry. So, time to get creative. I'm going to put a little milk in it. Try to get it moist. Don't be afraid to add different ingredients if you think it needs it. Why not? Okay, the problem with too dry is solved. Now it's a little wet. Well, the thing I'm going to do, I might add some flour. A little flour won't hurt it. So I'm going to try to add a little flour. We'll see what we get. I might even add a dash of vanilla. I like adding vanilla in my stuff. And of course, as you mix, look for chunks of butter or Crisco, and make sure you beat it a little harder to. Let's see, do we see chunks of butter? Not right now. I think I beat them out. But yeah, if you see any chunks of butter, just beat them a little longer. Beat it a little longer and get those chunks cleared out. So, alright, now operation thicken the dough. Dum-de-dum. Put a dash of vanilla. Camera's still running. Dash of vanilla. I don't know what I'm going to end up with. And we'll try a little bit of... You're not seeing my face today because I don't look glamorous. So, someone who doesn't look glamorous does not want their face seen. So now the idea is to get this thick enough. Well, it's just a little too runny for the cookie sheet right now. And the package says do not grease your cookie sheet, which is a good thing because we've already greased plenty. So, yeah. Our little flour in. That shows, don't be afraid to mix up the mixes and try different things. You're still going to eat cookies. You're just going to have, your cookies will just be a little bit different. Just a little different. I think we're almost there. And these mixes, they're always super sweet anyway. They're already super sweet. Don't need to worry about them, you know, losing their sweetness. Getting there, we could use a little more flour. After this round, we should have enough to, yeah. There's what I mean. I see a large hunk of butter. Oh, come on. Stupid tripod. Getting flour all over my camera. There, you see? Within the chocolate dough, there is some hiding chunks of butter. So that's what I mean when I say you gotta beat them up. Just beat them up. Beat those chunks of butter up. And don't let them hang around. The dough is looking about thick enough. That dough is definitely thick enough. We are on the right path. Cookie sheet time. So, yeah, we always put tinfoil on ours, and it says do not grease, so we're not going to grease it. Just pop those old cookies down. Now it can be hard to tell what proportions I should do.
You know how big you make the cookies?
Yeah.
I don't know. Make some bigger and some little and see what the first batch comes out to be.
Well.
My cookies tend to be smaller.
So these are drop cookies, so they're going to have to spread out by themselves, right?
See, I think I have 3 muffins left. So, yeah, there's 3 muffins left. Not even if there's 1, but I don't think about cookies. I don't want to make any bread until we're getting lower and using up the bread I already got.
The beginning, because I completely forgot. Alright. Never ever believe the recipe. When it says you're going to get 36, I get 22. So never believe a recipe. So just the way it is. So there, this batch is ready to go into the oven. It says cook it, what, 8 to 10 minutes. Okay. Well, I have an idea for the chocolate. Happen to have a bag of coconut that I bought for a coconut cream pie. But I won't need a whole bag for one pie, so I think we will add some coconut So that just goes to show you have many creative ways you can add things to mixes, to pre-made mixes. Okay, there's the first batch. They turned out pretty good. I still prefer homemade cookies though, but they're coming along. Now it's time to put the chocolate and coconut, double chocolate and coconut, in on the sheet.
Why is it at schools they call the bathroom the restroom?
Now there's the full sheet of all the cookie dough. Chocolate goes into the oven. Well, there's the finished product, ready to go off to the event. And there we have 18 chocolate chunk with coconut, and 18 chocolate chip. So in these mixes, I added extra flour, extra vanilla, substituted the grease for the Bluebonnet margarine, and I also added coconut to the chocolate cookies, which was not on the original recipe. So that shows you can have some variations on store-bought cookie and cake mixes. Till next time.